Hello students, good day. In today's session we are going to continue with accessing data from series. So in the previous video you learned how to access the data using indexing and slicing and the methods location, LOC and ILOC. So in today's session we are going to learn few more methods to access the data. So the first one is head and tail methods. So the name implies head. So from the starting, okay. So this method fetches first n records. So you can pass number here or you can pass the empty argument, okay. So if it is the empty argument, the default is 5. So it fetches 5 records, first 5 records, okay. So if you give s1 dot head of 3, then it fetches first 3 record. So series object dot and this method you have to call. You can pass argument or you can give the empty argument, okay. So this head function fetches first n records. Next we have tail method. So this method fetches last n records. So example, you can give it as empty or you can give it with the argument. Okay, let's see this one with example. Okay. This program we have pandas module and then we have created a list and then we are creating a series, okay. So here I am calling the function head, okay. So as you know, I am not passing any argument here. So this function fetches, retrieves first 5 records. So first 5 elements of this series will be fetched and I am passing this to S2, okay. S2 is my second series object, okay. Now S2 holds first 5 values. So next function S1 dot head of 3. So first 3 elements will be fetched and I am storing it into the argument, into the object called S3, okay. So now S2 and S3 are objects here. Next one I am printing S2 and S3 here, and then the next one S1 dot tail function. So I am calling the tail function. So this tail function retrieves 5 records. So as I am not assigned anything, so this will be printed, okay. So this method retrieves the records and it just prints. I am not going to store this value in any objects, okay. And next one also S1 dot tail of 3. So first last 3 records will be fetched and it will be just display. So here you can see we are creating a new series from the existing series. So S2 is my new series object. I am creating with the first 5 elements of S1 object, okay. So either you can store it or you can just print it, right. So let's run this one, okay. So first one we are printing S2. So S2 is S1 dot head, that is the empty one. So it retrieves 5 records. And the next S3 we are printing, that one has S1 dot head of 3. So only first 3 elements. And next print statement is S1 dot tail. So last 5 elements are printed here, and S1 dot tail of 3, last 3 elements are printed, okay. So this is the use of head and tail function. So this function you can also use it with sort values. For example, so if you want to sort the items, then you want to print the list. So in that case what you can do, you can use it S1 dot, we have a method called sort underscore values. So this method sorts, arranges the elements in ascending order, okay. So after sorting you can pick the elements. So S1 dot sort values dot head. Now the values will be sorted first. After sorting it fetches 5 records, 5 elements, okay. So let's see this one. Okay, you can see it here. It fetches 5 records, but the order is 0, 3, 4, 7, 1 according to the ascending order, okay. You can see it here. The first element is 13 and then 23, 29, 45, 56. It arranges all the elements, then it picks the first 5. So this sort values you can use it along with the head and tail functions. In tail also you can use it, sort values. So if you want the last 5 elements, you can use it here S1 dot sort underscore values. Then you can use so you can use ascending or descending. So if ascending is equal to true, by default is it true, so it arranges in ascending order. If you've said ascending equals to false, then it arranges in descending order. Okay, let's run this one. You can see in here tail also we got the last 5 elements 2, 6, 9, 8 and then 10. Okay, so 8, 9, 10 is 92, 90, 95. After arrangements you will get 90, 92 and then 95. Okay, so this is with sorting. Right. So this is my next program. Okay, you can use this so this is my next program. Here I am using the series as string values, so you can also use it along with the string values, and you can also use it with the sort values. Alphabetical order, first it arranges, then it picks the values. Okay, let's see this one. So S1 dot sort values of head. Okay, so it arranges in alphabetical order and picks the first 5 records. Right, so sort values you can use it with the numerical value or you can use it with the string values also. So head and tails are the functions. These head and tail functions you can use it along with the sort values function. Okay, right, so the next one is retrieving values using conditions. Okay, so we can pass some conditions, the values which satisfies the condition will be fetched. Okay, so the example is S1 of, then instead of index you have to set the condition. Okay, so whatever the value satisfies this condition will be fetched from the series. So this is also one way of accessing the series. Based on the condition you are going to retrieve the values. Okay, so this is my program. The same L1 list, and we are creating a S1 series, and the S2 series I am creating here is based on condition. Okay, so you can see it here, S1 greater than 50, right? So the values of S1 which satisfies the condition greater than 50 will be retrieved, and that will be stored in the S2 object. Okay, the next condition I am using is S1 modulus 2. You know this modulus operator, right? So this gives the remainder. Right, so what is modulus 2 equals to 0? That is called even numbers. Okay, so all the even numbers, so each number will be divided by 2. If the remainder is 0, then that value will be retrieved and that is stored in S3. Okay, so here you can see S1 greater than 50, that is we are checking some condition. So this relation operator always gives the value true or false. Okay, this will give the Boolean result. So if you print this value you will get only the Boolean output. Okay, you can see it here, true or false. See, first one S2, S1 is greater than 50, that is S2, right? So which one is 13 is greater than 50? No, it is false. 56 greater than 50? True. 86? True. 23? False. Like that, for each element it compares the value with 50. If it satisfies the condition it gives you true. If not, it gives false. Like the same way, S1 modulus 2, 13 modulus 2, it gives the remainder 1. So this condition is not satisfied, so it gives the result false. 56 divided by 2, it gives the remainder 0 which satisfies the condition, so it returns true. Okay, so each value is compared with this one and gives the result either true or false. So how to get the values? Instead of this Boolean result, I need the values. So what we can do, instead of this one, we can pass this to series object. So S1 of S1 greater than 50, right? So S1 of, so you will get here either true or false. If it is true, it fetches the value. If it is false, it won't fetch the value. Okay, so the same thing I am going to use it here. S1 of S1 modulus 2 equals to 0. Right. So now we are printing S2 and S3. Okay, you can get the result. So here we are getting all the values greater than 50, that is S2, and here we are getting all the values which are even numbers, right? So if you are passing this true or false, this S1 greater than 50, this gives the list of values which are of Boolean. So if you are passing that to S1 of S1 greater than 50, then all the true values from this list will be fetched. Okay, so that we are assigned to S2 and here we are assigned to S3, so you will get the result. So this way also you can access the values based on some conditions. So the same thing you can do with string values also. Okay, so this is my program. We have the list with string values. Okay, so here you can see I am giving S1 of S1 less than or equals to mega. So the names which are less than or equals to mega will be printed. So you can see it here, Hemkeshav less than M, right? So alphabetical order. So Monish, it is not less than mega, right? So this value will not be printed. Prajuman will not be printed. Abhishek, Kirti printed. Mega will be printed because we are using less than or equals to mega, right? And Sonia will not be printed, right? Okay, you can see it here, Hemkeshav, Abhishek, Kirti and then mega. So only these 4 values. So you can use this comparison operator for string values also, right? Okay, so what if I only use M? So you will get the same result. Okay, so mega will not come. So the values which are less than M. Okay, so here you can see only we will have Hemkeshav, Abhishek and then Kirti. Mega will not be there. Okay, so the condition is only less than M, right? So, the values which are less than M, starting letter M, the remaining letters will not be considered here. Okay, so this is how you can compare the values. You can use the relation operator in string also, right? So that's all about today's class. So we know how to access the value based on conditions and using the head and tail functions. Thank you.